This is my journey to 1,000 subscribers, and it's really hard. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy, but it's been a tough journey. It's been really hard. I'm 2 years in and I've got about 200 subscribers as of creating this video. People think they're going to start a YouTube channel, it's going to be easy, but it's not. It's actually really, really tough. You know, you see someone with 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers and you go, you dream of that, and you start a channel. You underestimate what actually goes into it. People think it's rainbows and butterflies, but it's actually not. It's tough, it's hard work, and honestly, it makes me emotional thinking about how much effort and how much time over the last 2 years I've put into building this channel, and I've only got 200 subscribers. It's tough. The first thing I want to talk about is if you don't commit with your whole heart, you're going to give up. So one of the things when I created my YouTube channel was I made a commitment that I'd show up every week and record a video for at least 10 years. And that's a commitment that I made to myself for myself. But I actually didn't make a commitment for the next 10 years. I made a commitment for the next, well, for my entire life. I think if you're watching this and you want to create a YouTube channel, recognize that you need to make a commitment to it. It's not something that you can do without putting effort in. Again, I've showed up over the last 2 years, every week, sat in front of a camera and recorded, and it's tough. I've got 200 subscribers as of making this video. It's not easy. So you need to make a commitment. And the commitment can't be for a year. Like, I made a commitment for a minimum of 10 years, but in my heart, it's for life, to show up in front of the camera and create content. So I made that commitment 2 years ago, and I will never give up. I will never give up until I fulfill what I wanted to do. The next thing that has really showed up for me with building my channel and trying to grow it is you must be creating content on something you love. You must know what you're trying to accomplish with your channel. When I was growing up, I would attend seminars from, let's say, Tony Robbins. I had read all of Jim Rohn's books, Zig Ziglar's books, and pretty much most of the most influential people that are around. I've read all their content, and I fell in love with what they do because they created a massive impact in my life. I'd love to be that person in somebody else's life to make an impact. So I love what I do, and I would do what I do until the day that I die because I love what I'm doing. And I think if you don't love what you're doing and you're just making a YouTube channel just because you want subscribers, because you're gonna have the rich and fame and make money, you're gonna give up. The going's gonna get tough and you're gonna give up. So you must love, honestly, what you're doing when you're creating a YouTube channel. If you don't love it, you're not gonna grow the channel. Like I said, in the last 2 years, as of making this video, I've got just shy of 200 subscribers. But I love what I'm doing, and I'm talking from my heart. I absolutely love what I'm doing. Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, John Demartini, all these guys had a massive influence on my life, and they changed the course of my life. I live in a beautiful place in Australia that overlooks the ocean, and that's because of a lot of the stuff that I've learned from these guys. And I wanted to be that person in somebody else's life. I wanted to be one of the greats, one of the great mentors, one of the great teachers, and that is what I love doing, and that is what I'm pursuing on my channel. So you must love what you're doing when you're creating a channel, because if you don't, you're gonna give up when the going gets tough. The next thing that I want to say is now after 2 years of creating content, I actually realized there's a lot more work that needs to go into the channel. When I first started the channel, I thought I could just show up in front of the camera, have a bit of an outline, talk to the camera, and that's it, and done. If I want to grow this purpose project or whatever I'm working on right now with this channel, if I want to grow this, it's actually going to take a lot more work than just showing up in front of the camera and talking. The amount of effort that I need to put into the videos and the content needs to be tenfold. If I don't put the effort into the videos, I'm not going to get it back. And over the last 2 years, I've kind of just been showing up and doing my videos and focusing on consistency, let's say developing the habit of recording. And now I've realized it's not about that. I've developed the habit. I know how to show up in front of the camera now, and now I need to put the work in. Now it's crunch time. We're 2 years in, there's no more messing around. I actually know what needs to happen. It's a lot of work, and just showing up in front of a camera consistently for 10 years isn't necessarily going to build your audience or your following and fulfill you. You actually need to put effort into this. You can't just show up and not try. You need to try. And if you try, people will resonate with you and you're going to grow your audience. And that's what I'm really working on now. I've come to the realization after 2 years that, I've been showing up and I've been trying, but I haven't been going 110%, right? I run a business, I've got a family, I've got children, but I haven't been going 110%. I believe if you're gonna do something, you need to do it with your whole heart. And I feel like over the last 2 years, it's been developing the habit of sitting in front of the camera and talking to the camera. Whereas now it's like, okay, well that's all well and good, that's gonna get me so far. But if I really want to focus on this and build this in something great, I need to put the more effort into it. And now I really understand what needs to go into building this channel. And with building this channel, like, being authentic is actually really hard. Like, sitting in front of the camera and talking to a camera is actually not easy. And I remember I went through one of Ali Abdaal's courses. He's got millions of subscribers. He was saying that the first 50 videos are for you. And essentially what that means is getting comfortable in front of the camera, talking to the camera, and the next 50 videos are actually for your audience, and that's when you can really start to put the effort in. And it's quite interesting because I understand that. Like, I'm starting to get that now. I've been recording for 2 years. I've produced, heaps of videos. I've actually deleted them off the channel, but I've kind of realized that being authentic in front of the camera is actually really hard. I'm sitting here and today I'm being as real as I can be with you guys, and showing up in front of a camera. Get your phone out, record yourself and try and talk to the camera and talk about something you love. It's hard to not put that presenter voice on. Hi, I'm Simon Mucher and welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is what we're talking about today. It's very hard to, as soon as you're in front of a camera, to not talk like that. And these guys that have got these huge followings, they're super authentic a lot of the time. And showing up in front of the camera is actually, and being authentic and being who you are is actually challenging. And I think one of my dreams is like, I'd love to be your older brother, or I'd love to be your older uncle or your family friend, essentially, where we're sitting down, we're having a coffee. That's kind of what our videos are like. And it's like, you're getting really good value from the video and you feel like I'm part of your family, your friendship network and all that stuff. Because I think that, being authentic, getting beyond all the noise is so important with creating this YouTube channel. And it's something that I'm working on every day. Like, I want to show up and be real, and I really want to connect with you, and I want to be as authentic as possible, and I want to add value to your life. And it's really hard to not get that presenter voice on and try and pretend to be somebody you're not. But the truth is, it's hard. It's hard to be authentic. And I think for most YouTubers that go through the same cycle the first 2 years, like, I've been showing up, I've probably been putting this presenter voice on, and I get that. But now I'm really focusing on, I set an intention every morning after my meditation, and my intention is to be authentic in my video and to be real and to be natural. And it's a hard thing to do. And then the next point that I wanted to make was, the more and more that I'm building this channel and I'm 2 years in, I'm starting to think maybe it's not actually about the subscribers. And I touched on it a bit before, like, before I was chasing subscribers, and I think that's really, really important, and please subscribe. I think it's really important to get subscribers, but I think that resonating with the right people within your crowd is important. Like, I don't want to be talking to people that aren't interested in things that I'm interested in. I want people that I'm talking to that are interested in what I'm interested in, that I can share my valuable insights and impart my wisdom upon you, like an older brother or your uncle or your stepfather or whatever it may be, or your family friend, because for me, that's more authentic, that's more genuine. I feel like showing up and talking to people that genuinely appreciate what I have to say and what I've got to say is so much more fulfilling and rewarding than talking to the masses and the majority of people that have no interest in, what I'm sharing. I'm not showing up every week over the last 2 years just cause, and like, there's a meaning behind it, and I'm doing it because I love it, and I really love contributing and giving back. And I think that maybe the more and more I build this channel, I realize maybe it's not about the subscribers, although hit subscribe. I think it's starting to be more about building an audience that I resonate with, that I could literally go out and have a coffee with. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about building a channel. Another thing is, it actually takes so much time. Coming back to it, I thought you could show up in front of the camera, record, have a bit of an outline and go to it. But I was listening to one of the influencers or one of the YouTubers, and they were saying that you need to dedicate a minimum of 10 hours per week to creating a YouTube channel. And that's a day a week minimum. And now it's had me thinking about it. And what I'm going to start doing is blocking out one full day where it's literally just my YouTube day. It's all my research, it's all my scripting, it's all my recording, let's say, it's all everything. That's what I'm going to work towards. I feel like, blocking out that time is going to be crucial to like showing up my absolute best for you guys and producing the best content. And that's the direction I'm heading towards. I know a lot of the successful CEOs, they have multiple businesses, but they might block out 2 days on this business and 2 days on that business so they can fully focus. And I feel like right now I'm married, I've got a child, I run a successful business, and I think it's kind of hard to manage multiple things when you're running a channel. And now I need to go, okay, well, I've got all these responsibilities. Now let's designate a certain portion of the week, which is YouTube only. And that's what I'm gonna do. And it takes time, but if you wanna build a YouTube channel and you wanna do 5 minutes here, an hour here, 20 minutes there, all that, you're gonna have sporadic energy going into your videos and you're not gonna produce the results. So I'm gonna commit 1 or 2 full days per week, which is all about YouTube, creating content and showing up the best for you guys. So I think that's super important, like understanding that it takes time. If you're not prepared to put in the time, don't get started because it's a lot of work. It's not easy. And the last point is like the purpose of the channel. I think that when I first started, it's like, yeah, I'm chasing subscribers, and yeah, we all still like the dopamine hit. It's very rewarding when someone subscribes, you get a bit of dopamine hit, it makes you feel good. Like those likes on your Instagram posts or whatever, and I get that. So when I first started the channel, I was kind of doing not clickbaity stuff, but I was like, oh, this video's got heaps of likes, let's do something like that. And sometimes you copy other creators and you try and be like other creators and you're like, this is all this stuff. And I think, you know, what's the point of having 10 million subscribers if you're producing content and showing up every day doing something that you don't enjoy doing, because you're just doing videos and sporadic stuff that don't have no meaning to you. So I'm really starting to focus now on purpose, and honestly, that's probably why I've scrapped half of my videos. I've showed up and recorded every week for the last, let's say, 2 years, and I've actually deleted or removed like 75, 80% of the videos, let's say 90% of the videos, because I feel like I was just being somebody I'm not. And now moving forward my channel, like I'm thinking about who am I and what do I love, right? So I like to keep things as simple as possible. So for me, I'm an entrepreneur. I love business. I love building business. I love seeing successful businesses. When I grew up, I always walked through the city, look at businesses, look at branding. I love business. So I think I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I love business, creating businesses. And I love money. Like I grew up, I love money. I love creating wealth. I believe in abundance. I believe we can all have whatever our hearts desire. And I love money. I love creating wealth. And the next thing I love is I love personal development. Like I think that we have a formal education where we go to school, but personal development outside of that, you know, your Tony Robbins, Jim Rohns, your Zig Ziglar, your Brian Tracy, your John DeMartinis, your Aristotle, your Plato, Socrates. There are so many teachers, mentors out there, and I love personal development. And I've been, you know, studying personal development for a very long time now, and I just love understanding as much as I can about personal development and growing. So again, like who am I at heart? I'm an entrepreneur. I love building wealth, or I love money. And I also love, let's say, mindset, like human behavior, personal development. I love these stuff. So that's what this channel's about. Yeah, that's a bit of a rant of my journey to 1,000 subscribers. Again, if you value entrepreneurship, money, and let's say personal development, hit that subscribe and help me grow the channel. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.